Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
So there's two ways to play solo. This is what's called Beat Your Score. And it's very easy. So what you're going to do is you're going to choose one of the 8 cards, just like the multiplayer game. And you can choose whatever card that you want. This will be your card. And then you'll have the same 8 cards in this shuffled up, and you just flip one of these over. So he had the lowest number, he will go first. And if you look at the bottom here, it will tell you his first priority is the one that's back of the line. So this would be the first one, the middle one, and the third one. So he will take these dice, and they will come out of the game. Then you can choose whatever dice is left over because you're second. Let's say I wanted to take this one. And just like the main game, I would place these in, or I could put them in my shelf of shame. Whatever 3 dice are left over would go back in the bag, just like the normal game. And you would continue this for 7 rounds, just like the normal game, and then you would score. Now, the only difference in scoring is you don't use the sidekicks or the pattern cards. You're just going to have 2 random in-game cards, and these will be added in. So you use 2 of these. When a normal game, you just use 1. You have the sidekick card and the pattern card, which you're not going to use. You're just going to use 2 in-game cards. Then, after you score at the end of the game, you're going to look on the scoring chart, just kind of see how that you did in the game. So, that's pretty much the only difference. Otherwise, it's going to play exactly like the multiplayer game based on what is played. So let me show you another example. Let's say that I had taken the 1 card and they had flipped over, let's say they flipped over the 2 card. I would just choose my dice first, and then he would get rid of whatever one he wanted out of the game, and the second set would go. So it doesn't go any different, it's just whether I get to pick first or he does. Very simple to play, and I like this approach. I don't usually like games where I'm trying to beat my own score, but I found myself having a pretty good time with this. I found myself trying to beat the score, and it's a little bit random in what they're taking when I'm playing, but if I really needed something, I would play a lower card, just like I would in a multiplayer game, trying to get whatever dice I needed. The main issue I had is just the random nature of this, because they're just getting rid of things, and it's kind of screwing me up a little bit, and sometimes he can be helpful, sometimes he's not a factor at all. Now, whether he takes this one or that one after I've chosen and they're out of the game, it's kind of hard for me to do all the mathematical permutations on that. It's kind of hard for me to figure out, did he really screw me? Did he not? It kind of comes into play later on. And there's still a lot of ways to manipulate the dice in this, but I would have to say that this is a pretty good solo variant. I don't know if I'd buy the game just for this one, but it's an okay variant that I had a good time playing. Very simple, very much like the multiplayer, except for the random nature of what he is doing.